Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of European of South 4. So here we are once again. Was just mainly looking around in game for a little bit since I've started up. And well, to say the least, if Hungary goes for Poland and I honour the call, while Poland has more troops than Hungary, who's no longer allied to... No, he's got Genoa, but Genoa isn't going to do much. But Bulgaria and me... I immediately outclass Bulgaria in all areas, meaning I would win with quite the significant advantage of troops. Now, I do plan to build up my army some more before the next war with Rum, which will take place in a little bit of time. Another 7 years, in fact. So, I feel I am quite comfortable with my current position, due to the situation. And eventually, with my second war against Rum to occur, I will focus indeed on definitely taking out the immediate power base of theirs, which is the western part of the country. I will also imagine I am going to come to butting heads with the Egyptians, or as they used to be, the EUIVs. That's what they used to be called, a specific nation for them. And they are currently fighting Zimbabwe in Pet. Are you allied to an African down there? Yeah, he is. He's allied to... No. What the... I'm confused. Oh, I think I get it. Zimbabwe isn't that, and Kilwa is a Muslim power, and he's gone to protect them, but he can't actually get down there. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Now... if it does come to me fighting Bulgaria, I'm almost certainly going to want to take all of this. And I might even start putting it in my interested provinces now. I wonder if this pisses off Bulgaria. We'll find out in a moment now, won't we? So that is like the bare minimum thing. Does this piss off Bulgaria? Not really. It's perfectly fine. But anyway, so what else is there to consider? Well, if I beat the Rum up again, which is definitely quite likely, I think Kawaz will be involved, as will Andalusia. But Andalusia is actually surprisingly a largely incombatant nation, considering they need the boats to get over here, because there is no chance in hell Egypt is going to give them access. Hey, base tax. So that puts this up to 31 development. It's a very strong province. Anyway, so I'm going to wait for the next technology, which is a bit of a way away, but it's going to be worth it. That literally... oh my god, I hate the clergy. Let's find a province they own. I need one they own. Remove the institutions, nobility, clergy. Yeah. I should have done Diplo development there. Fuck the clergy. Yeah, I hate how much they require if you're Catholic. Like, 10% if you're anything else, but no. I should have developed bigger instead. I'm an idiot. First class idiot, guys. Anyway. So, Catholicism is very predominant over here. And a new institution is actually going to spawn quite soon. Look, the clergy are, you know, bitches. Again. I'm just going to give them a new province. Let's see, what is the worst developed province over here? This here. There, piss off, you buggers. Okay, so focus is these 4 provinces here: Ankara, Konya, Caravan and Aysel. This will give me the ability to finish off Nicaea and Armenia and have all of that connected up, which is quite good. And then that should put me then in a position to finish off the Rum with considerable ease. Now, if there's anything I am going to be paying attention to, it is this. So my manpower is now at 31,000, which is quite a significant improvement. I believe it was around 20,000 just before just a little while ago, really. Now, and I just realised I don't need this fort here in EUIV, because it's guarded by Athens. So this, now that's even more money I get to play with now. So I'm gonna build these up. It'll put me 1 over the force limit, but so what? I have 42,000 troops. One of the strongest armies in the world, really. And well, I'm more than capable of crushing the Rum. Now, Azerbaijan is almost certainly going to be involved in this again, which is not the most pleasant thing, I'll be honest. I hate Azerbaijan. He's allied with Venice and he's dropped Kawaz, which is arguably better for me. Since Venice has been reduced recently from, well, not recently, I'll be honest. Jesus Christ, Michael was not very good at all, was he? I mean, he was a 005, and then he died at a really young age. Like, sir. I know you're meant to be strong, but bloody hell, you just died. Quickly. As hell. You just went. Gone. And I am actually quite thankful for that. Because it means I don't have to give the... I still can't pronounce it, like, awful. But I got a charisma... I can't speak. Charismatic negotiator. While this got a... Zoe is a 563 and she's 10 years old. Meaning she's quite the competent girl, and I am quite proud of her. I forgot to build the network, didn't I? Yep, I'm an idiot. So this is going to be focusing on getting the state of... It'll complete this state, and start Aleppo as a state. Well, rather, I've already got Aleppo, actually, technically, with Cyprus, which is currently going down. It's quite comfortable. So, what else is there to consider? Well, with my current situation, I'm making 10 ducats a month. I'm very healthy in terms of economy. Probably the richest nation in the world, or among them. And I think eventually I am going to help Poland get his cause back, because I really do not like Hungary. So I'm going to put those as my interested provinces in Hungary. Now there's the possibility of me going up around here. The rum insulted me. I bet you that's the event. But anyway, there are 14,000 here, which would be highly vulnerable in a quick blitzkrieg and start of the war. So let's see. Koars would have been a great contribution to his survival, but of course they're dead. So there's the rum with 23,000, which is their force limit, and Azerbaijan, which has, by the looks of it, 20,000. Now if I were to declare on them, well, not right now, but in a bit of time, what would occur? Because I believe Egypt is the defender of the Sunni faith. Nope, they're not going to join, or they wouldn't. Venice, they would all join. The papacy would join on my side, as would Bulgaria. France wouldn't, though, due to their own war exhaustion, but France on my side, alongside the papacy, could produce a considerable combatant to challenge the ones over here. And the fact is, all of Iberia has been banding against them. So Genoa is getting a few issues, I think, in terms of rebellion. But, oh well, what a shame. It sucks to be them. Either way, the peace treaty is going to be up soon, and I'll be able to almost certainly call in France. I'll be calling in Bulgaria, certainly. And I'll be calling in the papacy, certainly. See, France's thing is going down. Poland only wouldn't because it's a distant war, I can understand that. Quite entirely as well, I might add. So I'm not going to get the next idea, I'm going to continue recovering my manpower. And at the start of the war, I am going to focus on getting the western side of the country under my control. I'm also going to mobilise the fleet against their only remaining port, which is Icel, which will be taking the war to landlock them. And is there anything else I really want to consider? Well, if Andalusia is in the war, it means if the Iberians continue fighting, we in theory should get Andalusia to lose that war as well, which weakens them and puts either the Iberians or the French in a better position. Personally, I would prefer the Iberians to be in a better position, as the French growing in strength would be a considerable pain in the ass. Later down the line, I imagine, anyway. That's if I want to go that route. So I'm going to... No, I can't call it diet yet. I can actually do it quite soon, though. In March, so you know, not that far away. But anyway, defeating Andalusia and Rum and Azerbaijan all at once will be a nice little thing to do. Now, do I want to help the nobility back up into, you know what, I'm going to do it. There, manpower recovery speed up. So now, I think it's almost time for our next war, and I can fabricate one more claim. Of the provinces remaining, there is Konya. Konya is the only one. So I'm going to fabricate on Konya. That is their capital, so it might be a bit expensive to take. A bit now, just a bit. 37. So I will be trying to take that. And, well, if I can take it, I'm happy bunny. That made no sense. It's 31 development, which is bloody lots. These are all high development provinces, really. Copper, salt, wool, which is worthless, and naval supplies, which are not so worthless later on. So, this means I'm in a good position to get ready for this big old war. Next year, this is going to be all fine. And I may as well start getting advisors across the board, since, well, I'm going to be able to afford them. No longer need to focus on that. Trade efficiency, thank you very much. Oh, and a discipline advisor, thank you very much. I appreciate your cooperation in the fact you're about to die, so these are 0, 2%, which is bad, and 0. So you're the one that may die. And I've got quite a few diplomatic relations. More than I should, but I'm willing to take the burden. So it's another 2 years from now. So these guys have to sort of just hold out for 2 years. And then France is going to get in there, and he is going to fuck Andalusia up, hopefully. Andalusia has already been weakened, in theory. So this should be alright. Now, Rum and Azerbaijan, I think I can well, judging by last war, I can totally handle them both. Yeesh. So this woman used to be this guy's wife, and he's just like, nah, I'm not having that. Ooh, you're not a nice guy. But anyway, 2 years, and Rum is going to die. Very badly. So, what else is there I can consider before we begin this war? Well, Bulgaria is almost certainly going to join. I believe Bulgaria just hates the shit out of them. Poland is the only one that would not join. Famine in... for fuck's sake. Well, that means medicine may actually appear there. That's the first, like, event like that I've had. But I had to hit my capital, didn't it? Yeesh, that hurt. The capital a little. So it might be a certain year those start at, and a certain year they end at, I imagine. So I'm going to try and get the... when is the tech estimate to be gotten? They're not going to have it already, are they? Because it is actually a significant tech in terms of it gives military tactics and I get new infantry. So... ooh. Now, if there's anything I do want to consider in this war as a valuable province, it's Konya. Konya is a very rich, very good province. Which I will almost certainly be taking. And I could make Hamid into a actual province. Didn't I just... yeah. So this means I'll be coring these to the full level of the state, which is alright with me, really. I think Andalusia is having a bit of a pain over there, dealing with all of that. And well, we'll be starting the war next episode, almost certainly. My manpower's nearly back up at full. This is the only good wool event, and I think wool can only have those type of events. So, some of this is orthodox, some of it is not. Anyway, so as this war is approaching us, we best get ready. So it's April next year, manpower's looking good and healthy. Macedonia now has, well, it's no longer Serbian as it was written in the game. I could culture convert the two Albanian provinces next, which I might indeed do. So either way, as we hit the end of this year and are about to begin the turn of the century, Now, the only advantage of famine is it means the next institution to appear, medicine, could either appear here or is going to be forming very quickly there. Famine, as well as, I believe, plague, and one other event can cause a medicine to effectively appear or have a very high spread rate there. Either way, I'm going to have to end the episode at the start of next year. And, well, to say the least, I think Jin is going to rise as dominant power in the east, as Mongolia doesn't seem to be able to handle them, and I'm not really sure what Mongolia's even been doing to end up like this. I mean, it never directly connected, really. Now, there's also, up here, the Sweden, who looks like he will be the one that unites Scandinavia and that. But either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So, bye for now, see you in the next episode.